Korean Americans experience like both privileges. When you're in America, a lot of K stuff is trending. But then those same Korean Americans can come to Korea and experience like a different kind of ego boost because they're from America. That's why every Asian American like shits on Korean Americans, I feel like.
I mean, as soon as they found out that I went to NYU, the frame they put on me was like, oh, you're the rich kid. Anything I say.
Wait, to be the devil's advocate though.
Gyopo only make friends among other gyopos.
교포들끼리만 노나요?
This question again.
We have an issue. Yeah, my mom was like offering me to like give me money if I shave it off. My uncle always sees like, yo, when are you gonna shave that off?
Why? What's his
Why?
reasoning?
You look dirty. I'm like,
Oh,
Bro, you lost so much weight.
In
I'm
America,
becoming-
you would never say that. As Gyopos, would your parents be okay with you guys marrying a foreigner?
bring Korea one slice closer to the world with extraordinary and fun toppings. Welcome to the Korean Pizza Club. I'm your host, David Kim, and we have some special guests in the room today. Before we introduce them, I'll introduce you the topic of today, which is life as a Korean American in Korea. The hardships, the relationships, the culture shocks, all that. And I know a lot of our audience and view base is like Korean American as well. And they have a lot of Korean American friends. So I feel like this is going to be an interesting one. Accordingly to that topic, I have fellow Korean Americans in the studio. So who wants to go first with the round of introductions?
Hi, my name is Kate, and I've been living in Korea for the last 4 years, and I'm also a content creator.
Great. And where are you from the States?
I'm from New York, so I went to college there, but I grew up in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, great. I'm not Korean American, actually. Yeah, I'm just Korean. But Lydia, yes.
Hi, my name is Lydia. I'm Korean American. I'm from the US. I was raised in a lot of different states, mostly Chicago, and then I also went to school in New York. And I've been living in Korea for the past 2 years. And I'm a marketer at a small startup.
And you should actually say the name. Just name drop it.
We have an app called Connecting, and we have social media called Connecting Global.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
all right, I'm Heegun. I also work at that company. Been in Korea, I think this is my 7th year. And before that, I was in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Canadian.
Yeah. So you're actually
And
Korean
New York.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm like...
You're a mixture of
Yeah.
us.
Wait, you guys both were in New York.
Yeah. We both went to school in New York.
Yeah, NYU.
I was actually baiting for that natural reaction that we had just before the camera. They were like, "Oh my God, you went to NYU!"
Yeah.
Like all that.
Yeah.
We can do it right now.
Wait,
Ready?
that's so crazy. Like, same year, right? 2021.
Yeah, and we both graduated a year early.
A year early.
which is
What
crazy.
major were you?
MCC.
Wait!
No,
You
really?
did MCC?
For real? For real?
That's
This is not rehearsed.
crazy.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is it the
Wait,
same?
why are we like exactly the same?
And we're
Do
in
you guys
Korea.
have mutuals?
What?
Wait.
Mutuals.
Oh
But
my god.
my last year was remote. So I was in Boston with my brother.
Okay. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, the last semester was COVID kind
Yeah.
of for us.
Mm.
But oh my god, wait, I'm surprised I never saw you.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, what's MCC though?
Oh, it's short for Media Culture and Communication.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was our major.
Well, my
Makes sense.
major is media communication
Really?
too, so
wait,
I guess we
really?
can,
Wow.
fist bump or
Media and
something.
culture.
Oh, his is...
Media and culture, so I'm like halfway there.
Really?
Wait, we're
What?
all the same.
Wow.
This is so crazy.
This is a coincidence for sure.
Wow.
Are we kidding?
I actually lived in Canada too. So
Oh,
Wait,
really?
what?
Yeah.
Vancouver
Oh my
or
God.
Toronto?
None like
Calgary?
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Nobody
Okay.
lives there, but
Wait,
Ottawa's the capital.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So,
Go you.
anyways,
Wow, we're all connected.
yeah, but I have my
Connected.
experience in the States as well. I lived in Baltimore, Maryland for like
Ooh.
4 years, Ottawa 3 years. So yeah, that's
Ooh.
where I got my English.
Oh, okay.
Whoever is curious about that. But anyways, today's not about me. It's about you guys. I'm sure that you've come across some peculiar experiences with the Korean natives over here. The Koreans. Koreans actually hate it when I say Koreans.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
아.
왜 그냥 한국인이지
Oh.
한국인이야. 우리가 한국인인데. You know what I'm saying, right?
But the meaning's like you're Korean.
Yeah. You're Korean. It's nothing wrong. It's
Yeah.
nothing bad,
So
okay?
There's a lot, like, there are many types of Koreans
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyways,
The pure blood.
while you were living here, what are some like episodes you had with like encounters with Koreans that, you know, like they had a certain image of you or like they assumed something of you or anything like that?
I think the main thing is because I look Korean.
Uh-huh.
Like no one would really question me when I walk in the streets and be like, "Oh, you're Gyopo."
Wait, what do you mean you look Korean? You are
I
Korean
mean, okay,
by ethnicity.
I look
right?
Korean. No, but Korean Americans, like Korean Gyopos, which means like Koreans from abroad, look a certain way. They're more
Okay.
tanned. They do a different style of makeup. But I feel like I look pretty like I'm from here.
Mm.
Until they hear me speak, and then they're like, "Whoa, your English is so good,"
Mhm.
or like, "Whoa, are you from somewhere else?" So I think in that sense they have that misconception that I'm like I understand everything that they're saying,
Mhm.
and I'm just like in the like.
Wait, so how good is your like Korean proficiency though?
I mean, we both
Uh-huh.
because we're working at a Korean startup,
Uh-huh.
we have to speak to our managers, our coworkers, all in Korean.
Right.
We have a couple Gyopo coworkers,
Mhm.
but I think in that sense, like we're pretty like conversational, like
Okay.
pretty fluent. Like we understand like 80% of what's
Uh-huh.
going on.
80%.
Yeah.
Okay. But the other 20% you're like, oh, there.
Yeah. We're just like 넘어가. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Before we go on, like I was wondering how do you distinguish like a Korean style, like in terms of a woman and a Korean American style? You say something about tanned or yeah, but like can you go deeper into that? You can add on too if you have any thoughts.
Yeah.
I think what you said usually in America, like the contour kind
Yeah.
of like strong eyebrow makeup is more popular. I mean, when I was in New York, everyone thought I was Korean, but then when I'm in Korea, Koreans think I'm Gyopo.
Oh, that's
And you have the
funny.
Like,
same
they can-
makeup on?
Yeah, they can
Really? Oh,
tell
that's
really
right away.
funny.
So like, I'm like, I guess I just don't belong anywhere.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Maybe
yeah.
there's like exterior factors other
Yeah,
than
yeah,
just
yeah.
like the appearance and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but for sure, like Korean beauty standards are like you have to be pale.
Mhm.
But I do think nowadays, like even Korean Americans are trying to, assimilate to like the Korean beauty standards that they see in Korean dramas. Like
Mm.
K beauty's trending all the time, and so they just like adapt. I think. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, how would you describe Korean looks?
I think just big eyes.
Yeah.
Big eyes.
Yeah.
If they have 쌍꺼풀 tape, like
Yeah.
Korean, usually.
Yeah.
쌍꺼풀 tape. Okay.
Or they like more of a white, like pale.
Mm.
Pale.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Heegun looks Korean or Korean American?
Little mustache.
He looks like a
I don't-
tan Korean.
Really?
Really? Even with the mustache?
I don't know. I feel like these days.
Nah, I feel like he definitely
he's-
looks Korean American.
Yeah,
For sure.
for
He
sure.
has the mustache.
Koreans
The
don't do
hair.
that.
He-
Koreans
Koreans don't do that. He has the check flannel, the shirt.
No, yeah, like your outward appearance looks Korean American.
Yeah, he has long
Yeah.
hair
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that. So definitely, yeah. But anyways, Heegun, speaking of you, like, did you have any like, I don't know, images put on you or like stereotypes you faced?
When I first came here, I was like, 18, 19, 20?
Mhm.
That's around the age where men goes to the military.
Yeah,
right?
right.
So the moment I get into a taxi and like I start saying something, just like Hizu,
Mhm.
wait, did you say
Lydia.
Oh, yeah, just like Lydia.
Mhm.
People will notice, oh, you're not from around here.
Hmm.
And that's when the first thing they always ask is like the taxi drivers. They'll ask like, so did you go to the military? Are you going to the military?
Ah.
Yeah, so that's always a conversation that comes up, and I'm like, oh, I don't really need to
Uh-huh.
because I'm not Korean.
Uh-huh.
I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then what's the responses from like
Oh,
those
they
people?
always talk about how like all guys should.
Uh-huh.
It's like a part of the
Mm.
process.
Yeah.
It's like what turns them into like
Oh man.
a Korean man.
Yeah. Do you feel any kind of like subtle negativity when you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
all
that?
the time.
Really?
It's like they're like 혼내ing me all the time. you know?
혼내, like they're
Yeah.
scolding you
Yeah,
about
like-
like, oh, you should go,
Uh-huh,
you know,
uh-huh.
you're ethnically Korean.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, like, I lived in Canada my whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd serve the Canadian army.
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh, it's like what has Korean done for me?
Oh yeah, but then
Oh.
I've been here for so long. Maybe I should go to the military.
Not in these times. Like,
Oh, no?
yeah, it's very like, destabilized times nowadays.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways,
Did you go to the military?
yes, of course.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm a proud Korean.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to the easy military though.
What did
you
The
do?
police.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least for the police, like you get to serve in Seoul, which is like a
Yeah.
big merit.
Ah.
Like Whereas the actual army and guys, like they're up there in Gangwon-do and they don't, the only woman they can see is like the 식당 아주머니.
Also, the police, you guys have 출퇴근 시간, right?
Yeah, we don't like 출퇴근, but we get regular leaves every weekend. So that's a very big benefit as well. So we go to like the 편의점s, the convenience stores, like we patrol around like Gangnam, Itaewon. So like the actual army guys are like, that is not the military service. Yeah, but we have our hardships too,
Yeah.
I was in the riot police, so I was like, I was holding shields and stuff. But anyways. Kate, what about you?
I would say I'm similar to Lydia because like on the outside I look Korean, so people automatically assume I'm just Korean. When I, for example, go to a new job and when I meet my new team, they expect me to be kind of Korean proficient. Yeah. But it's honestly harder for me that like people assume that I'm Korean because I grew up in Canada since I was 6 years old. I'm technically like Canadian in my head, but when I came to Korea, it was hard for me to like be treated as just like an equal Korean. And when I'm a little bit slower, I guess, in processing, well, I understand Korean fluently and I talk fluently, but I would say culturally and everything else, I'm very much Canadian. So yeah, it was actually harder for me to kind of adjust to that mindset, I guess.
Right. And you guys were all born in America? Or
I was born in the US.
In the US?
UK.
UK.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Okay.
Well, I was only there for like 2 years and then went straight to Canada.
Okay. And Kate?
I was born in Korea. But
Korea.
I moved, yeah.
Okay. Like, where did you learn your Korean?
Home?
Yeah.
Your Korean's good, Like, were your parents like Korean people?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, when I was in America, I learned my Korean in church.
Oh.
Korean church. So when I came back to Korea, I had broken Korean, so I had a hard time adjusting as well.
Yeah.
Like, I got bullied and stuff and all that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but
When did you move back to Korea?
I went to the States when I was 3, and then I came back when I was 10. So I'm in that age where kids are like, you sound funny, and all that.
Wait,
so.
there is no EM, like English ministry at church?
Because they speak full Korean.
Yeah.
I went to a Korean church too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so there's like a Korean church and just like a Korean American church?
Yeah, actually there is.
Yeah. Similar question, but are there any like misunderstandings or misconceptions you get from the people here?
Heegun and I usually like to make your mom jokes a lot. Yeah. And that's called 패드립 in Korea.
Oh,
like,
right.
That's like you never joke about your like other people's parents. Yeah. And like, so we were doing like 끝말잇기 and like someone ended with like ni. And then it was my turn. And as a joke, I was just like, 니 엄마. And they're like, whoa!
Oh
They're like,
your mom.
And then the person next to me was like, 아니, like, 제 엄마가 희수님한테 뭐라고 했어요? Like,
Whoa.
And I was like, wait, like, I come in peace.
It's like a playground joke.
But then like, I guess you shouldn't do your mom jokes with your coworkers in general, but like there was another layer of like you don't joke about people's parents in Korea. Right. So that was like a big like, whoa, like never should do this again.
Yeah, there's like certain things you shouldn't talk about with like Korean people. There's like a code over here, religion, politics, and I think it's like sex and stuff like that. So any other episodes?
In a workplace scenario, I think as soon as they find out that you're like 유학생 or like you grew up abroad, they automatically assume that your family's like super rich, and then they place that stereotype on you. Yeah. So I think my first job was at like a broadcasting company in Korea. As soon as they found out that I went to NYU, it's just like the frame they put on me was like, oh, you're the rich kid. So anything I say, for example, I'd be like, oh yeah, like I used to do horseback riding when I was a kid. They'd be like, oh, like since your family's so rich, that's why you do this.
Wait, to be the devil's advocate though, like
horseback riding
is expensive. Isn't it?
I feel like in Canada though, a lot of people do horseback riding.
Okay.
I've seen like one person do it.
And
she was pretty rich.
I'm from Vancouver, so we live in a mountain and everything. So a lot of people did horseback riding. Yeah, but I think regardless of anything, it's just like a stereotype that they have of like people that grew up abroad is like super rich, and then even as like a joke, they just like keep saying it, and
Yeah.
it gets kind of like tiring. And
Yeah.
then that's.
I mean, I'm pretty sure how much you elaborate about it,
Yeah.
there are going to be people in the comments saying like, "Oh, she's rich."
Oh, yeah.
Like Heegun over
Yeah.
there. He's judging hard.
Yeah.
He's judging hard right now.
He's like horseback,
The side eye. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I did notice some kind of things like that because like my friend plays golf 24/7 in
Oh.
Texas,
Yeah.
and he's like posting golf pics every single day. But my
Mm.
friends here, like golf is extremely expensive
It
in
is,
Korea,
yeah.
so they're
It
like,
is.
oh, that guy's like loaded.
Mm.
Whereas like in Texas, like golf is like you can just play for a
Yeah,
session
yeah.
for like I don't know how many dollars,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
same
yeah.
with Vancouver.
With
It's like
horseback
a lot
riding.
of space for it.
Oh yeah.
Golfing's a lot cheaper in Vancouver too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So Heegun, what about you?
For me, actually occurs a lot with dating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like that
um,
topic. We're going there. Okay.
Oh yeah, so the girl I'm currently dating, she's very understanding because like, do you know the whole like the stupid wig card?
Yeah,
Papa
yeah,
wig
stupid
card?
wig.
Yeah, I use it all the time. Cause like I
Is she
don't
Korean?
yeah, she's Korean. I don't abuse it.
Uh-huh.
It's just the way it is. Like
Mhm.
The moment you said you don't abuse it, makes me believe you do abuse
oh
it.
no, I seriously don't. Like this is what happened genuinely. Like
Okay.
it's after COVID. I'm still a student because I'm from an international program. Everyone's coming back, so we're
Mhm.
like, okay, big party. Let's go out and drink. But it's hard to find a spot for like 10 people, right? I go to this one bar, like it's completely empty, one other table. I'm like, wow, this is great, like atmosphere. There's like a disco ball. There's like 80s music playing, nice and fun. And then I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, whoa, I went to this bar, this specific bar, had a great time. You should come next time.
Mm.
And she's like, yo, that's a hunting pocha.
Oh my god! I had a feeling you were
Yeah.
gonna say that.
And like hunting pochas, those kind of things, they don't exist in Canada.
Yeah,
right?
right.
So like I would never expect like those kind of things
Right.
to even occur.
Yeah, for the audience, hunting pubs are like specific places you go to just pick up girls.
Yeah.
Like just for that purpose. You go rounds after rounds. Like, yeah. So,
So
go
he's
on.
basically explaining how he knew it was a hunting pocha, but he pulled the.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
Oh no!
I genuinely didn't know because like
Okay,
it was
end
so
of
weird.
story. Let's move on.
No, it was so weird because like the other table there was like a group of 4 girls who came to our table because like the whole concept of that pub was like you get tokens, you
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Play
games
games.
with
There's
each other.
no way you didn't know. It was
No, but when they came, I'm like,
You guys.
yo, like we're having a good time here.
Like, stay outta here.
Just take more tokens and go. We
The
don't
girls
know
are
what
probably
you-
like, "What the hell?"
yeah, but yeah, genuinely didn't know, and she's very understanding.
okay.
That's so funny.
That's so funny though.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your like, wait, what moment in Korea? Your
Mm.
biggest surprise? Like this does not exist in America or something. Yeah.
So I love matcha.
Matcha.
Like I go like matcha lattes, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Come to Korea, I tell my friend, oh, I'm gonna get matcha. She's like, matcha? Like, what's that? I'd be like, what do you mean? It's the green stuff. And she's like, no, matcha's like white and like whatever. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I go to the menu for like tusum
Uh-huh.
and it said malcha.
Oh.
Korean is L,
yeah.
malcha. And I was like, what the heck? Since when was it like malcha latte?
Matcha.
Yeah, that was a big
matcha.
shocker for me.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Oh,
Relating to like dating in Korea, I was
Yes.
so shocked when I was getting my hair done, and this was when I first came to Korea in 2020. The hair stylist was telling me how like in Korea there's a 3rd date rule where if you go on the 3rd date, you
Yes.
basically have to decide if you want to get into a relationship with that
Yes.
person.
Right.
That
or
is
not.
me.
That's crazy.
That is me.
like
No,
you believe in that?
That
Like,
is
you-
I can validate my reasons, but go on.
Oh.
But for me, it's like in America and I think in Canada, you meet someone for a long time
Yeah, you take your
until
time.
you decide if you want to. You have that situationship phase for a while,
Yeah.
and then you decide if you're going to be official. I
Mhm.
feel like in Korea, they decide if they're going to be official right away,
Yeah.
and then start to get to know the person, which
Yeah.
is crazy to me.
Well, I hate this narrative coming from the outside, like the foreigners and Korean Americans. Like, you guys are crazy to like date 3 steps or whatever. But
Yeah.
then on the flip side, for like Westerners, they sleep together without even getting into relationships.
Yeah.
So that's even crazier for me.
I
So
see.
who's talking about who over here? Every time I hear this, but like, okay, it's just
Mm.
cultural differences, but that's a big one. For
But then
sure.
you're basically calling someone your girlfriend, let's say on the 3rd date,
Mhm.
and she's basically a stranger, no?
No. I think it's like, oh, we're now labeled as girlfriend, boyfriend. So from now on, let's get to know each other on. And then even to that point, sometimes I haven't even held her hand or given like a hug or anything. So
It's just very different culture.
yes.
So this is like the complete opposite of dating.
Mhm.
The toilets here are very nice. The public bathroom. Because like if you go to Canada and you go to like a public washroom, you can make eye contact with every single person in the stall because like
What?
the space in between like the door and like the
the
hinge, you can like fit like a finger or two in there.
yeah.
So like you can go
What?
walk by and make eye contact with every single person.
Low-key.
But in Korean,
I think
in
America's the same.
Korea is like no
As it
personal
should be.
space.
yeah.
Yeah. Logically, why? I don't. What? That's
So-
crazy.
So like usually in Korea you can like check if the door is locked.
Yeah.
They'll have the sign, but in
Uh-huh.
America you just go in and make eye contact with everyone.
What? While you're
I don't
Taking
think
a
people
dump?
make eye contact.
Yeah,
to
maybe you
see
do.
that there's like somebody.
Oh, what?
No, Heegun's like literally.
Oh, are you in there?
Yeah.
Like, peekaboo. But wow, well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I never noticed that. That's
It's very nice
interesting.
here. I only noticed it when I went back to Canada like a few months ago. I was in the washroom. I'm like, wow, this is very uncomfortable.
Mm.
Do you think it has anything to do with like homeless people issues?
Maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Did not
heard
think it
like
was that deep.
Yeah.
in America and in Canada, there's a lot of homeless people that like sleep in public
Yeah.
bathrooms.
I think that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So it's always to like check on drug addicts or like,
Yeah,
homeless
yeah.
people.
Yeah, maybe
Just
that
a
is.
guess.
Maybe that
I
is.
think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense for sure. But speaking of toilets, I recently saw an interesting piece on YouTube about like why Americans hoard toilet paper during
Uh-huh.
like pandemics or like
Oh.
any kind of like situation, and it's because we have a lot of bidets, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We use them a lot too. I love bidets. Like it's
Yeah.
very
Nice.
warm, and then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a little fountain beneath you. But apparently, bidet culture isn't
Yeah.
really
they
big
don't
in
have
America.
it.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, oh, if the supplies go out, I'm gonna have to like use my hands or
Yeah.
whatever. So they're like, stockpiling all those toilet paper.
Yeah,
cat.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that
Use
was-
your cat. He said, "Use your cat."
What? That's a little freaky today. Okay, but yeah. So now that we've asked our guest about the challenges of making friends or dating and all that in Korea, I think I've got an app that could really help actually in that situation. Not just for Korean Americans, but for everyone around the world who wants to make a new connection more comfortably. And whether you're in Korea or abroad, Connecting is a great way to meet new friends. Connecting is a connection-making app that makes having conversations super easy no matter where you are. You can let their AI function analyze your calls and match you with a random person based on your communication style. Whether you're into lighthearted talks or deeper conversations, Connecting finds a friendly and safe match for you. One of the standout features is how you can make international calls. As someone from Korea, I've found it really fun to connect with people from around the world. And who knows, I might even be able to find someone who's willing to give me a green card finally. Yeah, in the future. The app makes all of these kind of things easy with high quality calls and no worries about location. Also today, since the topic is Korean Americans, I'm going to try to make the whole group over here new Korean friends, or maybe even English speaking Korean friends as well in Korea. So let's actually try it out. I've installed the app and I'm gonna call someone right now to Connecting. If you
Nice.
can see that. Press go. Okay, it's matching right now. And let's see who we get. Oh, we got someone. Okay. There was it. Hello? Hello? Hi. Oh yeah, what's your name?
My name is Tabi.
David. Oh, that's
Tabin?
David.
Tapit.
Tabi.
Is it like David?
Tapit.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, then it's the same name as me.
Oh.
In a sense,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Are you like a Korean American or foreigner?
I'm a Korean American.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I am living here as a singer-songwriter.
Whoa.
Oh.
Is there any songs that like we would know if you name
Oh.
what you worked on?
I personally like my song Panic the most.
Panic.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the song that I wrote right after my breakup.
Oh no.
We'll have context now.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
For
in the
sure.
background here, like for 10 seconds before
So
YouTube copy
good.
strikes it. Yeah.
Nice.
Where in America are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, hi. What? Whoa.
Abroad.
I was born in Ohio.
Oh, really?
No way.
Yeah.
Where in Ohio?
it's no one will know, and everyone's gonna laugh. I was born in Ashtabula, Ohio.
Ashtabula?
You know?
Yeah, of course.
No way.
Yeah.
No
Why
one
are there
knows.
so many coincidences
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm from
Cleveland?
Ohio.
Afrin?
Akron?
Akron.
Oh, that's where
Akron.
LeBron's from.
Oh. Okay.
Have you ever dated in Korea? Because you've been here for like 14 years, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, yes. I got out of a long-term relationship about 2 years ago. It's been like exactly 2 years now.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And I was in the relationship for like about 8.5 years.
What?
Wow.
8.5 years?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you dated while you were in like in America?
No, actually no. So I mean, I think it's a little bit trickier for me because, like, one, I'm gay. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
growing up in Ohio back in like early 2000s, I wasn't out of the closet, obviously. I mean, I dated a girl for like 2 weeks, if that counts for anything.
Uh-huh. Okay, what about in Korea? Like, how was that whole experience?
We usually use apps. Apps is like it's always been the main way to kind of meet
Mm.
other guys.
Mhm.
Just because, most guys here are under the closet, and unless you're like, you have a large group of friends,
Right.
Mm.
it's hard to
Uh-huh.
kind of, and that's how I met my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend,
Mhm.
of 8 years.
My
Oh.
gosh, that must have been hard for
Yeah,
you.
sorry
it
to
must
hear.
have been-
Yeah, I waited 2 years for him to get out of the army too, and then
Oh, what?
had the whole Korean experience of dating,
Damn.
To brighten up the mood a little bit, I feel like we've heard so much from you already. We were just talking about like our culture shocks in Korea, like about being
Yeah.
Korean American. Did you have any culture shocks or kind of stereotypes put on you as like a Korean American? Any hardships?
I think nunchi was always a culture shock for me. Like, it's
Ah.
something that I always knew existed, but it didn't really get ingrained into my body.
Mm-hmm. Nunchi.
Yeah, nunchi, which is, just being aware of your surroundings
Yeah.
and, like,
Reading the room.
Yeah.
reading the room. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, and I remember, like, I got in trouble for things like, if someone was like, hey, can you give me, like, a tissue? And I would literally give them a tissue, and then they'd be like,
Wait.
oh, 눈치 없네.
Lydia said that's what she does.
I used to do that.
Yeah, I just felt like it kind of took some time for me getting used to.
Wait, do you guys do that too?
I did that once, I think.
You did that once
Like,
and then you
during
fixed
lunch.
it?
Yeah, I just like
And then what did the
Oh.
other guy say? Like,
I think I can't remember, but because this incident, I don't even remember. Like, but a coworker later pointed it out to me, like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, that's what you did, by the way." And I was like,
oh,
"What?"
they didn't tell you on the spot,
No,
but they thought it
I
was
didn't
weird.
know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like also when you eat out with your teammates, like if you're the youngest, you gotta like
Oh,
put the
spoons,
spoons,
yeah, yeah.
everything.
Get water,
You
get
gotta do it
panchan.
yourself. You gotta have that dunchi.
Right. What about you, Heegun?
I was actually like well prepared for that because I hear about it all the time.
Oh, okay.
So like when I was
He
in like
didn't
my group
study.
of like 외국인 친구들,
Yeah.
we're like we would like study it together. We'd be like, we
What?
gotta get ready for this. Like
You studied Nunchi?
yeah, we was like
Wow.
we want to be on top of this.
You
But
studied
so like as soon as I start my internship at this company,
Yeah.
like the water bottle is set down. I
my
lunge for it. I'm like,
God.
I need to do this.
Good job.
Whoa.
Huh.
Wow, that's interesting.
I think it's different growing up. Like, even if you live here in Korea for like 14 years, like I did,
Mhm.
you didn't go to school here and everything. It's still very hard, and there's a disconnect
Oh, okay.
in a lot of cultural aspects. When they make references of nostalgia from like their high school days.
Ah.
Yeah, and I also think, just stuff like media in general, media consumption. I
Yeah.
think because I am Korean American, when I watch TikTok or YouTube or
Uh-huh.
whatever, the algorithm favors English content
Oh, right.
naturally, and that's just how it's happened. And
Right.
their Korean friends, they only watch Korean content. Even when we talk around that kind of stuff, it always I always feel a little bit left out.
Do you guys have any things like this? Like
Definitely memes.
memes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, memes.
Oh,
Memes
yeah.
is big, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to like translate memes,
Yeah,
honestly.
like how do you like explain certain memes to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Recently, one thing I noticed that transcended like the barriers. Like, do you know the Piki Piki dance?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know it too, right? The cheerleader one. Is that on your algorithm too?
Yeah, that was all over my algorithm.
Yeah, it seems to be on.
Americans are doing it now.
Yeah, Americans are doing it too. So I guess we're leading the trend. Koreans are leading.
No,
it.
yeah, even like 흑백 요리사
Yeah.
Oh, right.
class culinary.
Yeah.
Culinary
Oh
class.
yeah, that was on my that was on my algorithm.
Did you watch that?
Yes, I finished it
So
recently.
good.
Oh, who was your favorite chef?
I actually like the lunch lady.
Who do you like?
The lunch lady.
Oh, lunch lady.
급식대가. I just saw her episode
Yeah,
with
she was such an outlier, so I was just like rooting for her, but like she didn't get too much airtime.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like she had like a good run and like she felt, you know, that she
Okay.
had something to offer.
I would assume like you guys would have like rooted for Edward.
right.
Oh, I was
did.
rooting for
I
Edward.
was rooting for.
Yeah, he's
Edward.
Korean American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was my number.
EQ.
He was second.
He was second. Okay. But when I saw him like opening that crumbled paper with his like
Oh, I
제-
cried.
제 이름은
Yeah,
뭐
이균.
이균입니다.
Oh,
like
I
oh
cried.
yeah, I
That's
teared
emotional.
up.
Yeah.
I teared up.
비빔인간입니다.
비빔 인간입니다.
Oh.
I thought that was so adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, he's
yeah.
so cute.
Do you have anything you want to ask us? I don't know, the topic Korean Americans or like life in Korea and stuff.
Oh, how do you guys meet other people?
I think that was a big concern of mine. Like right when I moved to Korea, like 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
because I grew up in the States. If you're Korean American, you usually go to church.
Yeah.
That's where everyone like mingles. That's where everyone like dates. That's where
Yeah.
everyone like just meets friends. And so when I first came to Korea, that was my approach to making
Church?
friends, like church.
Okay.
Like, so I'm also a dancer, and so
Oh.
like being on a team helps with just like making friends too. And I think work was a big thing for me too. Like
Work.
like that's where my other Gyopo coworkers.
Oh, but can you actually form like a friendship within work
Oh,
coworkers?
I think it's definitely like not with Korean coworkers, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess because like Heegun and I like we're like just Korean American,
We're
like
chill.
we're chill. But I met like also another Gyopo coworker that I'm personally friends with
Yeah.
too. So
because like my Korean friends, they would never hang out with their coworkers.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yeah, they draw a line.
Yeah.
It's like private life,
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
workplace life. Okay.
Or I know some people like they'll try to pick up hobbies because
Oh,
in
yeah.
Korea like those kind of like somoim,
Oh, yeah.
circles or whatever.
yeah, like run clubs, things like that. They're
Run
so
clubs.
yeah, they're so like big, they're so trendy. Like for example, I'm into photography, so I'll look up maybe even like just a Korean photography club, and then I'll find Korean friends there.
Are there hot girls?
No.
No. Okay, then I'll rule that out now.
Oh yeah, using hobbies to get into
Hmm.
circles.
Tabit, have you ever been to like a hobby circle or something?
No, I don't think I have. It's been on my mind, and I've heard a lot of people talking about it, but like I just can't get, because I'm also very introverted.
Mhm.
I'm terrified of going there and just feeling neglected and feeling awkward
Mm.
and feeling like I don't fit in, especially being Korean American. If I could go there with a friend, I would 100% do it, but like I would feel a little bit anxious just to go by myself.
Yeah, I'm an
Very
introvert
relatable.
too. I can relate. Yeah.
You're an introvert?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
a 대문자 I.
I totally
Yeah.
thought you'd
Your
be
job
extrovert.
just-
Capital I.
Is so not supportive of you.
I know. Yeah, I feel like Tabit too. Like you're a musician performer, right? So
you gotta.
Yeah.
But we could all be friends right now.
yeah, we could be friends right
like,
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Through
Is everyone an I?
Is everyone on here?
No.
I was always an ENFP, but I turned into an I like this last month.
Oh, what
Whoa.
happened?
50, 51%.
what
What
happened
was the
last
turning
month?
point?
I don't know, just every year the extrovertedness went down, and then this
That
year
actually
went
happens
up.
when you get older.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
become an adult.
Yeah.
I was so
always
shocked
have
though.
him.
I was like, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Korean conversations always end up with MBTI.
Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. Anyways, Tavi, it was awesome talking to you today.
Yeah,
I feel
nice
like we've
meeting
chatted
you.
for a while.
Nice
Oh, I had
meeting
Yeah,
you.
fun.
nice meeting you.
Yo, we could all hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on the
Yeah,
podcast.
Chop it
I'm
up.
always down.
Yeah, you have 4 new friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Add me on the app and then yeah, we can take it on from that.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
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 Okay, we're going on the next call.
Nice.
네,
어?
안녕하세요.
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 네, 당연히 한국인 분이시겠죠? 이 그룹으로 모여 있는데 교포분들이시거든요.
네.
예, 그래서 그냥 이 앱으로 이제 한국인 친구도 찾고 이러려고
네.
예, 그러고 있었어요.
아,
예.
안녕하세요.
반갑습니다.
안녕하세요.
반갑습니다. 우와.
혹시 정말 죄송한데 영어 좀 하시나요?
잘은 못하지만 할 수 있습니다.
Wow.
I can speak English.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
so good.
I have learned English only in Korea.
Oh.
You don't have any experience
I've
in.
watched a bunch of dramas, movies.
Oh.
So you might notice my grammar mistakes.
It's near perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. What dramas did you watch to get so good?
Back in the day, I was really into watching British dramas.
Oh.
British
And
drama.
yeah, like Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Mm.
Yeah.
Do you have any like image
Mm.
or
Uh-huh.
stereotype upon like Korean Americans?
You mean the Gyopo?
Yes, Gyopo.
Gyopo try to only make friends among other Gyopos.
Ah.
Oh, we're caught red-handed.
Exposed.
Exposed, yeah. Would you be
Yeah.
would you be willing to have like Korean American friends?
Yeah, sure.
그
예.
맨날 영어로 얘기해야 되면 안 피곤할 것 같아요.
피곤하긴 할 것 같은데.
Oh.
I have many foreigner friends.
어.
And whenever I feel really down, most of them have very positive personality, so it eventually lead me to in a positive state. So maybe I could expect the same thing from Gyopo guys when I go on a date.
Heegun, do you have a positive energy?
I think I do.
Positive energy.
He thinks he does.
He has a girlfriend. Minji, do you also do the third date rule where you start dating right away on the third date?
Yeah, I've heard that, and I cannot really deny that it exists.
Yeah, it is like a golden rule. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I need more time to think
Oh.
about,
Yeah,
because I
exactly.
usually go on a blind date.
Mhm.
I mean, 소개팅, and then only meeting only 3 times.
But then if you have like a slight 호감 towards him and he confesses 고백하면은 받아주기는 줘요?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. But if there's like no connection between him and myself, and then 3 times is not enough. Or do you feel any other cultural difference?
I think coming to Korea, Korean Americans experience like both privileges in a way. When you're in America, so like Korea, a lot of K stuff is trending. So like if you're with Asian Americans, you always go to like, like pochas, K-town, get soju, and like go to clubs that are in K-town. And Korean things are kind of in the center. So if you're Korean, a lot of Korean people that you meet in America are like, they have like a little like, oh, I'm better than you. Like I'm
What?
a better Asian. I don't know if you can relate,
Really?
but like it's a thing amongst Asian Americans that's why every Asian American like shits on Korean Americans, I feel
I
like.
mean,
Oh,
I think
really?
K culture is so
Oh.
big now.
It's so big.
And it's the trend now.
Yeah, so like
really? I didn't know that.
yeah, and so but then those same Korean Americans can come to Korea and experience like a different kind of ego boost
Yeah.
because they're from America.
민지님,
네네.
아직도 교포분들이 좋으신가요?
그럼요. 저는 항상 가까워지고 싶어요.
갑자기 끊으려고 하는 것 같은데요.
She got quiet.
Well, Minji, it was really nice talking to you today.
Yeah, it was really nice
Yeah,
to
it's
talk
nice
with you.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so add me and we can chat afterwards, and yeah, hopefully we can meet too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
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 Okay, waiting. Okay. 여보세요?
네, 여보세요?
남자분이시네.
Oh.
He has a nice voice.
Yeah.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Oh.
목소리가 좋다고 친구분이.
아, 감사합니다.
뭐 하시는 분이세요?
저는 지금 영상 쪽에서 일하고 있고,
Oh.
그다음에 공간대여 같이 하고 있습니다.
공간대요.
공반대.
네네.
공간대들. 여기
space rental.
교포 친구들이 있는데
네.
Right.
공간 대여를 이해를 못했어요.
아, 스페이스 쉐어?
Oh.
영어도 좀 하시나 보네요.
기본적인 것만 할 줄 압니다.
영어로도 얘기를 좀 해주실 수 있나요?
네, 엄청 잘하진 않지만 기본적인 소통은 할 수 있을 것 같아요.
Let's test him.
Let's test him. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Where do you usually go to like have fun on the weekends?
Go to Itaewon.
A lot of foreigners there.
Yeah, recently, 2 days ago, I went to Itaewon for clubbing.
What kind of music do you like?
Hip hop. I like hip hop.
Can you rap for us?
I cannot rap. I can just listen to it.
I like J Park.
I think you just like J
Yeah, I
Park.
like J Park.
I just
J Park
like J
too.
Park, yeah.
Oh.
He's a Gyopo.
Yeah, he's a Gyopo. Yes.
Yeah. Would you want to be friends with J Park?
Yeah, I love to.
I have no connection to him, but cool. Me too. Yeah.
Do you have any like stereotypes about Korean Americans?
They're usually really outgoing,
Outgoing?
extrovert, because Korean people don't really talk to strangers, but American they talk to everybody, right?
Do you think that's true?
We talk to all the dogs. Yeah.
뭐 저희한테 물어볼 거 있으세요?
지금 다 교포들만 있는 거예요?
네, 거의 맞아요.
교포들은 교포들끼리만 노나요? 아니면은
This question again.
Yeah, that's so
This
crazy.
question again.
We're so exclusive, I
그러니까
guess.
그렇게 생각하시나요?
그러니까 제가 캐나다에 있었을 때 Canadian friends, they're all 교포, Korean Canadian. They just hang out together.
Korean은 안 껴줘요?
영어를 잘 못하면 되게 힘든 것 같긴 해요.
와, Heegun, what's going on?
You gotta represent.
No.
So you have to be somewhat good at Korean and somewhat good at English to be in the Korean American.
It's like the
Korean.
middle of the Venn diagram.
Oh, nice. Oh, are you on the computer? I hear a click.
Oh, yes.
Oh, were you working?
No, I'm having a coffee break.
Coffee break.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
It was nice meeting you guys.
Let's be friends.
Nice to
Let's
meet
be
you.
friends.
Let's be friends. Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be friends.
저희가 부담스럽진 않으시죠?
아니요, 재밌어요.
네, 또 연락하시죠.
네, 알겠습니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that was simple. It was a very chill chat. It was like having a coffee chat. Apparently, Connecting has like a community of over 2 million users, and there's always someone available to talk about anything from travel to movies and personal advice. And what I love about Connecting is that it's really safe. You can easily report and block inappropriate users and talk to their 24-hour support chat for your safety concerns. So if you're interested in trying Connecting for yourself, download the app today and experience fun, meaningful conversations whenever you need them. It's the perfect way to connect with new people, share cultural insights, or just have a listener. So check out the link in the description box below. Check out Connecting, and back to the podcast. Do you feel some kind of pressure to meet the beauty standards or the traditions in Korea? Do you feel like you need to conform as well? Because that's a trait of Korean people. They like to follow the trends, wear all black padded jackets, or the typical. Yeah. Do you feel that pressure too when you're here?
I have a mustache.
You have a mustache, so that tells a lot.
So no.
Do you get a lot of like comments about it?
Yeah, my uncle always sees like, yo, when are you gonna shave that? I'm like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm like,
What's his
Why?
reasoning?
he's just like, you look dirty. I'm like,
Oh,
I want to look dirty.
wow, you look dirty.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
근데 like for me too, like I had a phase I wanted like a mustache too, and then my mom was like, almost 한쪽같이 그렇게 하려고 막 it's
Yeah.
like you're like a bandit or something.
Yeah, my mom was like offering me to like give me money if I shave it off.
Bro, really?
I'm like-
She's like, I'll pay you.
Yeah,
That's
Really?
crazy.
How much did she offer you?
well, just small, like
Small
like,
amount?
Yeah, like 만원.
That's not
How
good.
much would you shave it for?
Like 2만 원.
She was close.
Your mom.
Yeah.
She was close.
She doesn't know that.
I'm dead.
So you said you had a Korean girlfriend.
Uh
Right?
huh.
So is she okay with your mustache?
Oh yeah, I said it earlier. She's very understanding.
She's very understanding.
Very
Yeah.
open-minded.
So she's at first she was like, "Yo, why are you doing this?" And then she,
She was like,
She sat you down.
Yeah. and then like eventually she met like some of my friends who came from Canada,
Yeah.
and they're all like non-Korean. So like 외국인들, like they'll have like full facial hair. It's like, oh, you want to be like them. I see where it comes from.
Yeah. And as a male here in Korea, like there's way more like self-care, like skincare and all that. I see your skin is like glowing though, but I don't know. Do you do like skin treatment? Or?
No, I don't.
At all?
Like
He's just born like that.
Wow.
Maybe like on a sunny day I'll put sun cream on.
Okay.
If I remember.
Damn, to be like that.
Okay, so you don't go to all live young and all that?
No.
Wow.
Oh,
Bless.
Okay. But is that your natural like hairstyle or?
Oh no, this is I got a perm.
You got a perm.
Yeah.
Korean guys get perms.
Get perms.
Yeah.
Cause maybe I want to look like my friends back home. They get the natural like waves and curls, like the sea salt curls, you know.
Also, it's a different reason, like because like Korean guys like just get perms because they want to look, you know, smooth and you know.
Like even with like facial hair, like I noticed that it's a trend for guys my age to get like lasered, their mustache lasered off because they hate it like going out all the time.
Me too. It's a nuisance every
morning. And it's like just like it hurts the skin too.
Yeah. So Heegun's definitely not in the Korean box.
Maybe somewhat like with the whole hair stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I don't try to like fill out all the boxes, you know.
So it's like even though people constantly talk about your mustache or whatever, you're just like I am who I am.
It became my identity.
You can stand out.
Identity can shave off.
I noticed.
Cheap identity. What's going
David,
on with you guys today?
Right now.
I noticed that you have like the caricature done.
Yeah.
I went to get that done with my girlfriend too. And then everyone who looked at it, they just started laughing. It's like, wow, you're really easy to draw.
That's so funny.
It's so good though.
Yeah. Wait. While you guys talk,
you gotta
I'll pull
send
it
to me like so I can.
It's so good.
Like everyone who's seen it is like, wow, you're easy to draw. Even like when I went to get my hairstyling done, like they looked at my mustache and the guy's like, oh wow, I noticed that you're growing a mustache. Is it because like your face is so like simple? And then he took off his mask and he's like, because I'm also growing out a mustache because my eyes are so small. Like I need something else on my face. I'm like, wow, you know what? Good point. My eyes are also small. Maybe I do need this.
I mean, that's a good cultural difference. You
They're very
Koreans
open.
Can be
They're so blunt.
very blunt, very brutal about physical appearance and stuff.
It's so good.
Wow, that's identical.
Yeah.
What?
That's literally identical.
Easy to draw.
Wow.
So good.
That's so crazy.
That's good.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. What about you guys? Like as girls, do you feel like any kind of pressure towards beauty standards or you know?
I think in the past I did more. Like I think Korea's changed a lot since when I first would visit during holidays when I was younger. So in high school in Canada, it's so common for people to just wear leggings and go out.
Oh yeah.
But back then in Korea, that was such a they will look at you like sexually if you're just wearing leggings.
Oh,
so I remember like I would always wear shorts on top of leggings, which is like something you don't do in like Canada.
Yeah.
But I would be like too scared to look sexual in front of like Koreans, so I would force myself to wear like shorts on top of leggings, stuff like that. But I don't think nowadays, maybe I just became Koreanized, but I don't really like etiquette as much as before.
I remember one time in high school, like my mom casually was just like, this was when I was very sensitive about how I appeared and like and so she was just like, why don't you get like 쌍꺼풀수술, like why don't you do you want like 쌍수? But to me that was such like a big like almost as if she said you're ugly. But in Korea that's so common. People give it to their kids like as a graduation gift, like for 쌍수 and whatever, double eyelid surgery. And I was like, how could you like, you know, suggest like
your child
쌍수. Like do you not like my eyes? Like they're yours, like you know. It was such an insult to me.
Pay you 10,000won.
I'll pay you 2,000won to get double eyelid surgery.
Korean parents can be brutal too.
Oh my god, not even just parents though. I got culture shock when I first came to Korea, and you know, as a 인사, people say, "Oh, 살 빠졌다." You know, 살쪘네. Like so blunt. Like that's just I'm so not used to that. Even to this day, every time I meet my relatives or like someone I haven't seen in a while, they're like, "Oh, 살 빠졌네," or stuff like that.
Yeah, I get
I'm
that
like, damn.
all the time. They're like, oh, David 헬스 좀 가야겠다. 요즘 PT 안 하나 봐?
Yeah.
that
So
kind of
they're
stuff.
very. It's like a greeting to say, "Oh, like you lost weight."
Right.
Like
right.
they say it in a good way, but then you think like, "Was I fat before?" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, yesterday night I was at an event with my friend Subini. She's a regular on the pod too. She's Korean American,
Mhm.
and I think she got Koreanized because like the moment she saw me at the event, she was like, "David, 왜 이렇게 얼굴이 부었어?" Like,
Oh yeah,
why is
that's
your-
so Korean.
yeah, why is your
Yeah.
face so puffy?
Puffy.
Did you eat ramen last night, or like did you sleep before you came? And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, hi, Subini. Like, long time no see.
Yeah.
I see some Korean Americans getting Koreanized.
Yeah.
I don't take offense at all, but
Yeah.
I think I caught myself the other day doing it to my friend. I greeted this friend I haven't seen in a while, and this person lost like a lot of weight. And I was like, bro, you lost so much weight. But like that was the
Yeah.
first thing that came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, holy.
In
I'm
America,
becoming-
you would never say that because it's like kind of offensive.
Mm,
But you know, actually, what's so funny is I went back to New York for the first time in 2 years recently, and my friends kept saying you became so Korean, and I'm like,
Oh.
what? Like, what do you mean? And they said I became more impatient.
Oh.
So, for example, like waiters.
yeah.
In New York, you just have to wait like an hour for them to come by with a check. Like you just have to be like make eye contact. In Korea, you just like go up by yourself.
Ding
Or-
dong.
Yeah,
Yeah, or, like,
exactly.
the bell,
and
yeah.
everything's so convenient, fast paced here. And then another thing is like when I was going up the elevator to my
Yeah.
apartment floor, I was with my friends.
Yeah.
And then I would close the elevator door as soon as somebody else walks out, you know, or comes in. I'd like press it, and my friends started chuckling. They're like, "You're so Korean now," because like normally they just wait. They
No
wait.
way.
They literally stand until the
Yeah.
elevator door naturally closes.
Yeah.
Why
Do you
though?
know what it is?
Yeah.
It's because Americans and Canadians, they work 9 to 5.
Lunch
included.
They
Yeah.
got an
They
extra
work,
hour.
they work 7 hours a day.
yeah.
We work 9
Oh,
to
and you know what? These days, because of after COVID, there so many companies are hybrid.
uh-huh.
So they work 2 days at home,
Yeah.
2 days in the office, and then Fridays
They have more
they get
yo-yo.
off at 12 p.m.
If
a
I
lot
had that
of
more
more
time, I would
yo-yo.
wait
Yeah.
for the elevator.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I noticed like I wasn't like that before, and then
Mm.
ever since like living in Korea, I guess I did become very impatient.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I would like to interpret it as like a good thing actually. I think the American like waiting system and that's inefficient.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like that. So like I like the Korean way, whether you guys
Yeah.
call it impatient or not. So
But they do that on purpose because of tip. Like
Right.
they want the
Oh.
waiter service versus like in
Ah.
Korea, you'd go up and pay yourself and like you
Mm.
don't pay
Yeah.
tip.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather tip and have great service or not tip at all
No,
and have
no.
terrible service?
No tip.
No,
No
tip.
tip?
No tips
Really?
are no
I
tip.
think the service thing is like,
What service do you get?
yeah, like
Yeah,
what's-
exactly.
Yeah.
They
Like,
just-
it's
It's like,
a
"Hi, how
30-second
are you?"
conversation.
like
Like,
just
what
leave
can I
me
get for
alone,
you?
please. I want to enjoy my
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah.
But these days, like Korean restaurants are so self-served to the point where like it kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, that's true. Like
Like,
cafes,
You have to
bring
get
fork and
반찬
knives.
yourself. You have to
Yeah.
get water yourself.
Mhm.
The utensils, you bring the
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
you put back the tray and all
That's true,
that.
yeah.
So my
Yeah.
Gyopo friends visiting from New York,
Mm.
like always tell me, "Oh my god, Korean servers got so rude. Like the service got so rude." And then I think it's mainly because of that self-service.
Mm.
Like
There's
kind
no
of
service
culture.
at all nowadays.
As an introvert, I like it.
Me too.
Oh,
Me
really?
too.
It's like, don't talk to me.
Wait, that's
Give me
so
my food.
funny.
Yeah, I just want to watch
I never
my
thought about it
YouTube
like that.
video in
Uh-huh,
front
uh-huh.
of me. Yeah.
Mm.
But then, like, the elevator thing is so true because, like,
Yeah.
the only time I have to forcibly wait for the elevator is when you go to the subway. There's like a handicapped elevator.
Yeah.
And because it's for like wheelchair people,
Yeah.
like there's like
You
a
can't-
time limit.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't shut it. So
Yeah.
I have to wait 15 seconds.
And that
it-
frustrates you.
It's eternity. It's like
Mhm.
literally an eternity. And I'm like,
Mm.
and then I try, even if I know that it doesn't shut, I'm like,
yeah.
that's really true. What's one thing you miss the most from America though? Like Korea's good, but still, like I miss the good old
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle. Love
Ah, I miss Chipotle.
Chipotle. We
Mhm.
have like similar
Like
things.
kuchara.
Kuchara.
and stuff.
Ah.
it. Kuchara is like way healthier tasting.
Yeah.
And smaller portion.
Mhm.
Smaller
That's
portion.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Chipotle's
guess.
Like, I can't even finish one.
So that's why like a lot of college students like they take Chipotle and they like split it. It's like
Mm,
meal.
sure.
Really?
Or just like 아침 점심 or like 점심 저녁.
really?
Oh, I finish it.
Oh, good for you, yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
love
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Mhm. Anything else you miss?
The dairy section.
The dairy section?
Yeah, at a grocery store. like if you go to Canada, especially in Toronto, it's so close to Quebec. They have a lot of nice cheese. So like the dairy section is like many times bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll have different types of cheese, especially like the white cheddar curds. They have squeaky cheese. Have you heard of it?
I don't even know what that is.
So, have you heard of squeaky cheese? If you go to Quebec,
Does it squeak?
like if you chew on it, you can hear it squeaking.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's what you put in. That's what like Quebec people put in. The Quebecois.
Yeah.
They put in the poutine.
Oh, okay.
So dairy section is pretty. It's pretty sick towards like the East Coast.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe because Korea's, like
Lactose intolerant.
Yeah,
Oh
lactose
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You just have
Asians are-
like mozzarella cheese, and then that's about it.
like
Cheddar
American
I
cheese.
guess.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess. Interesting. So it's both food related.
No,
Yeah.
me too. Actually, like I miss the diversity in New York for
Mm.
sure, because
Oh.
Korea is so like such a homogenous, like trendy country. Like
Mm.
if maratang is trending, then all the restaurants change to
Everyone.
maratang. Nowadays, like tanghuru, like everywhere is tanghuru.
That freaking
So-
yoajong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yoajong,
Yoajong.
yeah,
Wait,
I love
Yoajong is just froyo. I was
Yeah.
shocked when I tried it. I was like, what is all this?
It's
hype?
like not
just
special,
froyo.
yeah.
Hey,
But it's
I
good.
hate to like create gender conflict, but it's usually the girls that are going crazy over yoajong, and
I
don't
like
get it.
Yoajong
I
though. It's
just
never
good.
heard
Like
of
my
it.
exes, they'd be like, "yoajong 시켜 먹자." I'm like, "Oh, that's like 2만 원. Why do you want
Whoa.
frozen yogurt for
Oh my
2만
God,
원
that's
at
so
the middle
funny.
of the night?" It's like,
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
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 But like I think Korean restaurants Koreanize every cuisine.
Mm.
So, like Mexican
Oh.
food, Indian
That's so
food, it all
true.
tastes so sweet to me.
Mhm.
But I
The
think New York has like
sweetness.
very authentic like
Mm.
cuisine.
It's because it's immigrants.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I
yeah.
miss
You got the
that.
real deal.
Like I
Melting
love
pot.
like food in New York.
Shawarma.
And people say like, oh, food in Korea is so good, but in my opinion, like Korean food in Korea is good, but
Mm.
like any other culture is so Koreanized
That's
Yeah.
true.
that like even pasta is so sweet for me here.
Mm, yeah, like my favorite food of all time is pho, and like Korean. If you go to Korean Vietnamese places, like it tastes like salt soup. Yeah, it's like ugh,
Yeah,
never,
it's
so.
hard to find like authentic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess food is the biggest
we
thing.
need more immigrants.
There would be a
There
lot
are
of
a lot of
like
immigrants.
backlash on
But the
that.
thing is, even if there are a lot of immigrants already in Korea, but they're like in like sections, like they're not
Yeah.
living all together.
Integrated,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know, Itaewon is so
That's true.
diverse these days.
Totally,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, it always was, but I think I didn't notice it as much in COVID when I
Mm.
first got here. But nowadays, like I go to Itaewon, I'm like, this doesn't feel like Korea.
Yeah, you want to know a fun stat? I was doing research the other day, and you know how the birth rate and the marriage rate is like
Yeah.
declining like crazy in
Mhm.
Korea? The only marriage rate that increased was like international marriage in Korea.
Ah.
So
Mm.
Yeah.
so many international couples.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's a
we
good
need
thing.
immigrants.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess for me, like, I mean, I don't have anything to long for because like I was there for my childhood. I can't really remember, but my recent trip to like Texas for like 2 or 3 weeks, I just love the Yeoyu.
Yeah.
Like it's like chill, no stress, like less competitive.
Mhm.
Nobody compares each other to other. Like you don't have to have a Louis Vuitton bag or like a Rolex or a Porsche or whatever. You don't have to live in Pampo Chai or whatever. And
Mm.
you know, people just live their lives, and you know, it's like way more space, and
I
Mhm.
see.
yeah, everybody respects each other's jobs. Like it doesn't
Mm.
matter if you're a UPS guy or like a doctor or whatever. So
I'd like to counter that.
really, really.
Well, that's if you're not in a Korean society in America.
Oh yeah, that was what
Yeah.
I was talking. Oh, is it different in Korean American
Oh,
society?
Dude, like I think I've told this to Heegun before, but
Yeah.
like I feel like Korean people that immigrate or like move abroad are in a much more secluded, like they're more konde than the
Really?
Koreans in
Yeah.
Korea.
They never moved on.
Because my parents, for example, like they immigrated to the U.S. in like 1998 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they like lived amongst that Korean society in the Midwest and
Oh.
California, and like when they came back like 3 years ago to Korea, all their friends are like, bro, why are you stuck in the 90s mindset? Like no one thinks like you. And it's
Oh.
because like once they left Korea, they never improved. They never grew grew out of that mindset. Whereas
Mm.
Korea became more liberal or whatever, they grew, and then they came back and they're like in a time capsule.
Yeah. The discrepancy.
I also
Oh.
think it's because you went to like Texas.
Oh yeah.
New York, like everyone's
Right.
so hardworking.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
energetic.
Right.
It's true, yeah.
Right.
In New York, there's just so many like diverse jobs.
Mm.
I think Korea, most people it's their dream to work in like Samsung or
Yeah.
Naver.
Yeah.
you don't really hear people going like introducing themselves and being like, yeah, like I'm a startup owner, blah blah blah. Like in New York, I feel like everyone you meet, they have such diverse jobs. You're like, what's that? Like, what, you know?
On the side note, though, like I feel like American culture sometimes like that, like a side effect of that is like, you know how nowadays the memes are like how to speak LinkedIn. You know, like
jargon.
Like I'm like a
Corporate jargon, yeah.
startup like CEO of like whatever, and like inflating their
I'm a
careers.
creative director.
Yeah, exactly.
In LA.
So that is pros and cons.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do like action wise or I don't know mannerism wise or whatever? People comment like that's so American or that's so like Gyopo.
All the time.
What
For me, it's like I have big reactions at work. I'm like, whoa, like I use my hands when I talk, and like I think that's something that they point out as like, well, it's very like 외국인 reaction. Or
you have like Cheshiwon reaction. You know Cheshiwon, right? From Super Junior.
Oh.
He's known as like the guy.
Super expressive. Right.
It's funny because he's like Korean.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was Korean American.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he just looks American.
I guess.
Oh, really?
I never thought he was Korean American.
Oh, really? No. Okay. My bad then. Yeah?
But yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I do feel like Korean Americans are more expressive, especially with their hand gestures and facial expressions and all that. Well, Koreans are just like, 그래서 이렇게 됐고.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing is like when you take a selfie, they move back to make their face.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Or they like close their, like they cover their, they're like,
they
cover their face.
They're so insecure of their face.
Wait, so do you guys not move back?
I think
even to this day,
I go forward.
You move forward?
Yeah.
I noticed myself going a little back because I noticed like some other people go back, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back.
If everybody's going back, why do I have to be the scapegoat? You know,
no, but like one person needs to take it.
I mean, yeah. Besides that one person, yeah.
But, like, what about filters? Do you guys use filters?
Oh my god! But Koreans in the beginning, I feel like they stopped now. The snow filters.
Oh
my god, that was crazy.
I guess like just. 보정 조금 하는 건 it's like okay, but like those like the blushy cheeks and like the big eyes and like crazy stuff is kind of.
I feel like they stopped doing that though. I don't.
They kind of did.
Much.
Oh, some people still do it.
Really? I like the Instagram story, just the Paris filter.
Yeah.
Just like it clears your skin.
Yeah. She's like, I'm natural
like
beauty.
What?
Is that 2 swipes?
No, it's just one.
One swipe. Yeah. Heegun, what about you?
Me? I don't know. I think maybe I just don't hang out with Koreans enough. They never pointed out.
I mean, I guess your mustache.
Yeah.
There's no
mustache.
It says everything. They're like, oh, he's Gyopo.
Are you homeless?
Hey, I just noticed a tattoo on your legs.
I got 2.
That's a big tat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wanted more, but
I would assume you would get some comments about that in Korea.
Oh yeah, my uncle again.
His uncle hates him.
Yeah. What do you say?
Like dirty.
He's like, okay, that's enough. Don't get more.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I feel like Koreans get a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, nowadays.
Maybe not as
Small
like
ones,
dark, black.
Yeah, they don't get like sleeves or something like that, but like subtle ones.
Yeah.
Younger generation.
Yeah, I think Korean girls get a lot of like watercolor tattoos.
Oh, I have 2.
Yeah.
That
they're
are like
famous for
small
that,
and like colored. One's a watermelon.
Yeah.
You're Korean now.
I guess I am. Like, look.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's very Korean.
It's
to do
very
that.
Korean. I got it from a Korean person in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom is still like on the conservative side, and she's like, "I'm gonna kill you if you get a tattoo."
Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't tell my parents.
Oh, you didn't tell your
I
parents?
just did it, and I got caught on FaceTime. She's like, "Kugo boya," and I was like, "Ah."
Wait, as Gyopos, would your parents be okay with you guys marrying a foreigner?
Oh, my mom was very open to it. I never asked my dad.
But what about your uncle?
I don't know,
Damn,
man.
uncle.
I want to see his reaction.
Just do it for the fun of it, for that sake.
Okay.
I'll just bring in an actor or an actress I'll bring in an actor. He's like, hey, uncle, this is my boyfriend.
Dude, that's like layers.
That's hilarious.
What about you?
I think my parents, they don't really care as much about race as much as they do about religion.
Religion goes
Yeah.
first.
I said I grew up in like a Korean like church in
Yeah.
the US, and like my dad's a pastor, and like and so
Okay.
they really do care about like that kind of like Christian background, and if they're Gyopo too, that's like a plus.
Same. My family is pretty similar too. Yeah. What about you, Kate?
My family's pretty Catholic, so they would prefer, but I don't think they will like instill it on. especially my brothers, because they're dating foreigners right now.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So my
And
mom's
your
like totally
parents know
chill
about
about
it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, chill about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but my dad, I'm not sure. We didn't really talk about that.
Oh, okay.
My dad's like pretty Korean, I
And
think.
also, it's different when you're dating and they're talking marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think they're just like chill for now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I myself, I'm like open to like foreigners and international marriage or whatever, but
Open-minded.
yeah. not in the term you're like using, but my parents, I think they would be slightly reluctant. Like 굳이 왜 막 뭐 나는 내 며느리랑 얘기도 못 하나, like, you know, like I want to like communicate with my, you know.
That's also a huge culture in Korea, like siamoni.
Yeah.
I feel like no other country has as severe as like Korea.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, like even China, like the siamoni culture is not as strict as like
Oh.
Korea.
Yeah.
In Korea, like chuseok, 설날, you have to like make food
That's
and
true.
like
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah.
respect your in-laws and like,
yeah,
the
you gotta take
husbands.
care of
I feel like that's why, like, can I talk about feminism? Like,
Yeah, sure,
The
go on.
feminism in Korea is so different from the U.S.
Oh.
Feminism. in
Oh
the
yeah,
US.
no,
Like,
Korean men
it's-
hate feminism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because I think it feels so much stronger, and like there is so much more pressure on women in that sense. So it's like more women feel like they have to like fight back more, and
Yeah.
so men feel like they're like, what did I do or whatever. So.
Yeah. It's just feminism just came in a distorted way from the
Yeah,
first
they
place.
don't know what it actually means.
Yeah, people just hear the word feminism and they think of radical feminism.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They're so repelled by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a Korean TV show, and this girl was like, "Yeah, I'm a feminist," and even the girls in the show were like, "What?" Like, I was like,
It's
These-
like a slur.
no, exactly.
You feminist.
These Koreans have no idea what feminism
Yeah.
means, and all of the guys and like the girls, like they started to wangta her.
Mm.
Because she's a feminist and she's like educated, right? So she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with being a feminist. And then the girls were like, I can't believe you would say that out loud. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like cultural context wise, like it's just so different. Like
It's
Yeah.
different. Yeah, and I do have to admit, a lot of my guy friends, they're like, if I go on a sogeting and then she
Oh.
says like she's a feminist or she has like
yeah.
any traits of a
that's a
feminist,
deal breaker.
it's a red flag for
Oh,
them. They're like, they
wow.
won't even consider.
That's so crazy.
And it goes to the extent, like nowadays, women's universities are stereotyped as like feminist, like very active universities. Men are like, I won't even date a person from a women's only
Oh,
university.
wow.
See, that's why the birth rate is declining. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, partially, yeah, but it's a
We
big
need more
problem.
Koreans are going extinct.
So, any advice to Korean Americans moving to Korea, or just in general, a message you want to say as a Korean American living in Korea and all?
Don't be exclusive like us.
We learned today. It's like
we have an issue. We gotta solve this.
For me, it's like make sure you know Korean. Like, yeah, you can have your close Korean American friends, but I think having communities where you do interact with Koreans like is very needed, and it's like healthy for you. So I think learning Korean is still very important.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say if you want to work in Korea, corporate life especially, then you need to speak Korean. Like
Oh,
no corporation will hire you unless you're like bilingual. But I think a lot of people come to Korea with the mindset that they're just gonna like teach English. And I think that's a good way to first enter Korea, but people get burnt out. Like they think it's an easy way to like move to Korea and easy job, but teaching kids is like not an easy job at all. So I think a lot of my friends who move to Korea and start like English teaching, they regret it within
Yeah.
like a year and go back. So I would say like unless you love kids and you love like teaching, it's not sustainable long term. So yeah, for sure learn Korean and know like what type of jobs and opportunities you can have here. Yeah, so just study, I guess, before you move to any country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For me today, like this episode was very like productive and informational in a way, because we could see like how both sides think in a sense through the connecting folks.
Yeah.
Like Koreans think Korean Americans don't like them.
Yeah.
Korean Americans think Koreans don't like them. So there's definitely a misunderstanding in between. So I don't know how that would be bridged, but I guess like if people listen to this podcast, it could like, you know, melt down that little ice between, because like Korea is now becoming a little bit more diverse society, and in terms of like Korean Americans coming back and forth, I heard a lot of people are actually moving back to Korea nowadays.
Oh
from-
yeah, so
A lot
many
of
Gyopos.
expats.
yeah, so many. Yeah, that's in the news nowadays. So yeah, we're all the same ethnicity after all.
We're all Korean.
We're all Korean. We have cultural, historical background we share. So I don't think it's gonna be that hard to like overcome that language barrier or cultural barrier. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully through connecting we can make more friends and then hang out together and all that. So yeah, I think it was a very fun episode today. Thanks for hanging out with me and coming to the studio today. And let's have some pizza time because this is the Korean Pizza Club.
Yeah, where's the pizza,
Yeah.
David?
Yeah.
Did you ever have pizza on the podcast?
No.
You
Ironically,
should.
no.
You should
should
try
do
to
a
get
mukbang.
sponsorships from like
I know, right?
pizza places and
Yeah.
We
every
used to
Papa
eat
John's.
pizza before the podcast, no?
Yeah, I used to like deliver it, but then
Oh.
every time I delivered, I had to eat pizza again and again in my perspective.
Oh.
So I got kind of tired. So
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, anyways, but yeah, go check out the Korean Pizza Club on all podcast platforms. 5 stars only, please. It really helps. Check out my Patreon down below, and you can get access to my exclusive podcast as well. Check out everyone here on their socials. It's floating somewhere over here.
Wow.
And check out Connecting
Yes.
and make friends. And that was it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
This episode is brought to you by Patreon. Join the KPC Patreon to unlock amazing perks like early access to our videos, exclusive podcasts, and monthly K-pop reaction videos, all for just a few dollars a month. Your collective support keeps the channel going, helping us produce better, more informative, and entertaining content. Test how far KPC can go by supporting us at patreon.com/KoreanPizzaClub. Thank you so much for your support and hope you enjoy the show.